$130,000 question what the White House has said about the Stormy Daniels payoff. Washington President Trump and his team have given contradictory accounts of his involvement in a $130,000 payoff to porn actress Stormy Daniels over the past few months, culminating in an extraordinary admission that Trump was aware of the payment and reimbursed his lawyer for it. A recap of the evolving denials, admissions and explanations that the president, his campaign, the White House and his lawyers have given about the affair, the payoff, and its legal implications. 4 days before the 2016 election, The Wall Street Journal reported that Daniels had abruptly canceled a planned appearance on ABC's Good Morning America to allege that she had an affair with Trump a decade before. The story also outlined the effort to silence another accuser by having the National Enquirer pay for the rights to her story in what's been described as a catch-and-kill strategy. "We have no knowledge of any of this," campaign spokeswoman Hope Hicks told the Journal at the time. She said the women's claims were totally untrue and absolutely, unequivocally false. The Wall Street Journal resurfaced the issue in January, reporting details of the now confirmed $130,000 payment to Daniels, whose legal name is Stephanie Clifford, through Trump's private attorney, Michael Cohen. These are old, recycled reports, which were published and strongly denied prior to the election, an unnamed White House official told the Journal. Cohen also issued a statement denying the affair but not addressing the payment. President Trump once again vehemently denies any such occurrence as has Ms. Daniels, Cohen said. "This is now the second time that you are raising outlandish allegations against my client. You have attempted to perpetuate this false narrative for over a year, a narrative that has been consistently denied by all parties since at least 2011. Speaking to reporters on Air Force One, Deputy Press Secretary Raj Shah gave the first on-the-record response from the White House. "This allegation was asked and answered during the campaign, and I'll point you to those comments," he said. Pressed further, he said, "Like I said, this matter was asked and answered during the campaign, and anything else could be directed to Michael Cohen." In attempting to dismiss the allegations as old news, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders ended up revealing new news, that there was an arbitration proceeding to resolve the dispute over the non-disclosure agreement. "Look, the president has addressed these directly and made very well clear that none of these allegations are true," she said. "This case has already been won in arbitration. And anything beyond that, I would refer you to the president's outside counsel." Responding to a complaint to the Federal Election Commission that the payoff could violate campaign finance laws, Cohen told ABC News he made the payment but with his own personal funds. "The funds were taken from my home equity line and transferred internally to my LLC account in the same bank," Cohen said. Following Daniels' interview on 60 Minutes, White House Deputy Press Secretary Raj Shah gave a carefully crafted answer on March 26, saying only that the White House didn't do anything wrong and denying the underlying claims. "I can speak for only the White House, and I can say, categorically, and obviously, the White House didn't engage in any wrongdoing," he said. The campaign or Mr. Cohen can address anything with respect to their actions. With respect to that interview, I will say the president strongly, clearly, and has consistently denied these underlying claims. And the only person who's been inconsistent is the one making the claims." Returning from an event at the Greenbrier Resort in West Virginia on April 5, Trump made his first comments on the 60 Minutes interview in a brief exchange with reporters. Reporter: "Mr. President, did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?" Trump: "No. No. What else?" Reporter: "Then why did Michael Cohen make those if there was no truth to her allegations?" Trump: "Well, you'll have to ask Michael Cohen. Michael is my attorney. And you'll have to ask Michael Cohen." Reporter: "Do you know where he got the money to make that payment?" Trump: "No, I don't know." No. Rudy Giuliani, recently hired to lead the president's legal team, reveals to Fox News Channel's Sean Hannity, also a client of Cohen's, that Trump repaid Cohen for the hush money payment. Giuliani: "That money was not campaign money. Sorry, I'm giving you a fact now that you don't know. It's not campaign money. No campaign finance violation. Hannity, they funneled it through a law firm. Giuliani, they funneled through a law firm, and the president repaid it. Hannity, oh. I didn't know that. He did? Giuliani, yep. Everybody was nervous about this from the very beginning. I wasn't. I knew how much money Donald Trump put into the campaign, and I said, $130,000? He could do a couple of checks for $130,000. When I heard of Cohen's retainer for $130,000, he was doing no work for the president. I said, well, that's how he's repaying it, with a little profit and a little margin for paying taxes for Michael. The morning after Giuliani's revelation, Trump gave a three-part, legalistic explanation on Twitter. Mr. Cohen, an attorney, received a monthly retainer, not from the campaign and having nothing to do with the campaign, from which he entered into, through reimbursement, a private contract between two parties, known as a non-disclosure agreement, or NDA. These agreements are very common among celebrities and people of wealth. In this case it is in full force and effect and will be used in arbitration for damages against Miss Clifford, Daniels. The agreement was used to stop the false and extortionist accusations made by her about an affair, despite already having signed a detailed letter admitting that there was no affair. Prior to its violation by Miss Clifford and her attorney, this was a private agreement. Money from the campaign, or campaign contributions, played no role in this transaction.